Now then guys, and welcome to this new video. This is a team of the top 11 players on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. You probably will see some players that have already retired, but they are still in the database for FIFA, so obviously they're still in the database because I can still find them and stuff. They may have been taken out of packs and stuff, but they were in the game anyway at the start, so that's basically what I'm going to be doing on. So first we have Richardson. He's played for a lot of different clubs. I'm just going to name a few of them because there is a lot of them. He's played for Sunderland, played for Scarborough back in the days, played for Stockport, Northampton, Preston, Sheffield Wednesday, Halifax Town. He's played for loads of others, but like I said before, I'm not going to go through them all, otherwise I'd be here for ages. He's currently playing for Wycombe. 2014 he signed to be the goalkeeping coach for Wycombe, but he's also registered as a non-contract player, so he basically plays but doesn't get paid for being a player, even though that he is actually only the goalkeeping coach. But like I said before, he's actually contracted to the club to be able to play. He did play for the first time in 8 years in January 2016, after the first choice goalkeeper actually got an injury, and it was against Plymouth Argyle. He kept a clean sheet, and that's the first time that Plymouth weren't able to score at home that whole season, so he clearly still has it. So next up we have Anderson, who is a right back. He's 38 years old, played in Sweden and Norway. He's also played in the Bundesliga, but was released back to Sweden after he didn't really play to the standards of the Bundesliga. He played a big part of the Sweden international team getting to the Euro 2004 finals, but was left out of the actual squad to play in the finals, so he swore that he would never play again under the current manager, who was Lars Lagerbäck. Okay, next we've got this guy here, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I would get it completely wrong. I couldn't actually find much information about this guy, but he's a Japanese international, obviously by the flag. He's 41 years old. He had 567 appearances and scored 34 goals. Next up at left back we have Abdul Ghani. I think that's how it's pronounced. I gave it a go. He's a Saudi Arabian footballer. He's 40 years old. He began his professional football career in 1995 and stayed at the same club for 13 years. After that he moved to a Swiss team, which I also don't know how to pronounce, so we'll leave that as it is. But he only stayed at that club for 1 year, and then he ended up going back to the Saudi Arabian League. And he was actually the third Saudi Arabian player to play in Europe. So at right mid we have Ainsworth. He is a 44-year-old who he actually started his career at Blackburn Rovers and currently plays for Wycombe. He was known for his crossing ability apparently, but was also in Rome. He was named in the 3rd Division Team of the Year in the 96-97 season, which then he moved to Port Vale for a fee estimated at 500k. In 1998 he was named Port Vale's Player of the Year, which attracted interest from Wimbledon, who was in the Premier League at the time. He moved there for £2 million but was hit with injuries and later moved to a few other clubs and ended up at QPR, where he helped them get promoted in the 04-05 season. He was also caretaker manager twice for QPR. Okay, so the first central midfielder in this team is going to be Sinha. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name, I may have got it wrong. He's a 41-year-old Brazilian-born player but Mexican nation. Due to a nationality change, he played 59 games for Mexico and scored 6 goals. He played most of his career at Toluca from 1999 to 2017, which I believe he is now actually retired, playing 524 games and scoring 61 goals. He won the Best Attacking Midfielder award and the Best Player award at the Bicentenario tournament in 2010. I probably said that word wrong. I can't get it right for the life of me. He also won the best goal in the FIFA Confederations Cup history, so I mean that's quite a good achievement on its own. So the second midfielder is his 41-year-old Morantes, plays for Boyacá Chico. He's been playing most of his football in his native country, which is he's Colombian, but also played for 2 clubs in Mexico. He reached a Copa America quarter-final twice and 4th place once. He's played 728 games for club and country, scoring 150 goals. The last player of the midfield is Ellison, 38-year-old. He started his career at non-league Southport and is currently playing for Morecambe. In 2001 he was signed by Leicester for 50,000 but only played 1 game for the Foxes. He signed for Hull City in 2005 for 100k but struggled for form. He was part of the Tigers' 04-05 promotion to the Championship, where they finished 2nd in League One. In 2006 he moved to Tranmere for an undisclosed fee after refusing to move to Scunthorpe United, even though Hull had initially accepted a £100,000 bid from the club. He then moved to a series of other clubs. He has played 667 games and returned 146 goals, which is definitely not bad for a winger. So now we are on to the 2 last players, and these are the 2 strikers. This guy here, the Japanese Morita, 41-year-old Japanese footballer who has played all of his football in Japan. He has played 357 games in his time and has only scored 29 goals. Like, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that is the information I found out, that he'd only scored 29 goals in 357 games as a striker. If that is right, then he did not have the best conversion rate. So the last player that is going to be in this video is the man, the myth, the legend, Francesco Totti, 40 years old, just recently retired at Roma. He's been there all out his whole career, even through the youth setup and absolutely everything. He's won the Serie A, 2 Coppa Italias, 2 Supercoppa Italia titles. He's the most capped player and the top goal scorer in Roma's history, and he's the youngest player to have captained the team in the Serie A too. To add to his achievements, he is the highest goal scorer in the Serie A while playing for a single club, and the second highest goal scorer in Italy league history. Silvio Paiola being the only player to score more, retired in 1954, and the only player to recently even get close to that is Antonio Di Natale, and he only scored 445, which is still good, but it isn't, you know, it's not as many as Totti. Totti also obviously won the World Cup and got to the Euro final with Italy, and he was in the All-Star teams for both of them tournaments. Sorry, in 2007 he won the European Golden Shoe and the Golden Foot. Also, he is the oldest player to score in the Champions League, but unfortunately, obviously never got to actually lift the trophy himself. Which there's quite a few players that haven't actually been able to lift it, and like, you've got players like Ibrahimovic, you've got Buffon, Totti. There's just so many good players that have never actually managed to lift the trophy, which I may actually do a video on that. So thanks for watching. This is obviously just something I like doing for fun, so, you know, I know my microphone's not great or anything, but, you know, I will hopefully be getting a better one in the future. So thanks for watching. Any constructive criticism would be massively appreciated, and that's it for today.